Hello and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 2, where today we'll be continuing on with our Jurassic Park San Diego speed build series. Got a lot done in this episode today. It was about an hour and 40 minutes worth of recording. Also a little background stuff that you'll see in the final little toury bit. But yeah, obviously you're only seeing about 25 minutes of it, which is fairly long for a speed build, but yeah, this is on like 500 times speed or something, so, or 500% speed, not 500 times, holy, be like 3 frames and then it'd be done. But yeah, no, it's on 500% higher than normal or whatever, so yeah, it should be a lot better than watching an hour and a half pretty much worth of me building, because there are bits I'll probably cut out of this. Anyway, but enough about how long this is. Let's get into what we're actually doing. So at the moment you're seeing me build a Triceratops enclosure. My kind of goal for this park is, along with, you know, unique looking enclosures, is that I want all the species from the Lost World. Obviously there's not that many to pick from, not compared to like the Canada resorts. So once I've got, well, not once I've got all the species, but you know, I should be able to get all the species in, plus some extras that I just want to throw in. Yeah, and it should be a good looking park. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, this is the Triceratops enclosure. I wanted to do just another kind of beachy, oasis-y type build again, just for this enclosure, because I just wanted it to fit in with the rest of what was going on, like near those hotels and stuff. My thinking for those hotels is similar to the Pachyrhinosaurus one, where in my Canada Dinosaur Reserve, I should say, the Pachyrhinosaurus enclosure, and that's where you can hand feed the dinosaurs from these hotels, because I just really like that idea, because it offers a nice platform for you to do that. But yeah, after this Triceratops enclosure, we move on to a Megalosaurus enclosure. That one took on a more deserty kind of feel, not so much a barren desert, because there's a lot of like rocky areas, so I don't know how to describe it. It's a different looking environment to what I've been doing so far though, and I'm really happy with it. It turned out really nice. And then on this raised area that I'm about to do, or am doing, but this elevated area is kind of serving as a guest area. So there's a, you know, just like the zipline attachment, which I'll get to in a sec, and just some shops, a little seating area, hotel, and a Dryosaurus enclosure. I'll probably finish up what's going on up there next speed build, because this is pretty much, after this like guest area and Megalosaurus enclosure, it pretty much finishes. But I'm really happy with how this turned out too. This park is going exactly how I wanted it to, which is great. But yeah, I originally didn't want to use the zip lines for this park, because I feel like it didn't really match the Jurassic Park feel. But now that I incorporated it, because like I said, I moved the hotels around from the last episode, because I just wasn't really happy with how that entrance looked, where with the hotels being where they were. It looks a lot better now. But where the hotels were, I put an attraction in, and I also put a zipline point in, just out of curiosity's sake. And I put it on this elevated position, and I think it looks really great, because it goes right over the Megalosaurus enclosure. You get great visibility of what's going on. I'm really happy with it. The first tower is a bit high for my liking, but you know, I didn't want to like sink it down or anything, or raise the terrain up where this guest area is any further. So yeah, we're just gonna have to live with a very tall zipline tower, which is all right. That's that's okay. But yeah, now that I've pretty much discussed everything I want to say, I'll probably add a few little notes on what's going on here. But what I wanted to talk about in this video is, of course, the new DLC that's coming at the end of this week. I want to try and get this park done before that DLC comes out, but I don't know how likely that is. That's why today's speed build is so long. But yeah, I wanted to talk about that a little bit. I was gonna do like a whole video about my reaction to the trailer and whatnot, but I'm like, you're gonna get all these other YouTubers like Evolution Square and Best in Slot covering all the details of the DLC. What's the point in me doing it, really? I'll just go over it when I actually can play it on the 8th. Probably I won't be able to play it till the 9th because it comes out fairly late here. So yeah, probably won't be playing it till the 9th for me, but it should probably still be the 8th for my American viewers. But I'm really looking forward to it. It should be a great DLC. I do have my gripes about it, but I don't want to make any judgments until I actually have played through like the campaign, have really seen the new animals that are coming, because I feel like it's unfair to judge something when I haven't gotten the full experience of it yet. I'll give my judgment of what I have seen, which is, you know, the free, when it comes to the free update anyway, and also just the dinosaur models, how the maps look and everything, and just all the features that they're adding, all the new building style. But yeah, so when I first saw the trailer, I was really happy with how the environment looked, like a nice savanna biome. Oh, I was wanting a savanna biome. And we've got like 3 maps on it, which is great. I really like the look of all the trees. I can't wait to build a park on those maps, or a park or multiple parks on those maps. But oh, it looks so good. And the new buildings too are so unique compared to what we already have. I mean, if they're closest to anything, they're closest to like the Jurassic Park style, but even then they're nothing, absolutely nothing like what we have. And they look really good with the kind of, not necessarily ramshackle, but like corroded metal, like very, you know, the sandstone bricks and stuff. It looks really nice. And the decorations too that they showcased in the live stream look pretty cool as well. They're not amazing compared to the Biosyn ones, but they look pretty good. The walls that are in there that you can create, or you'd be able to create like in exhibit barriers with them, they look really nice. I'm really excited for those. But yeah, I will say the map that has the natural lagoon, I was really hyped for that when I heard a natural lagoon, and you see how big that lagoon is and how it actually goes out to sea. But when they give a overview of the map, it looked really small. I don't know if there was like another bit off to the side that we just didn't get to see, but like it looked really small and very narrow. It looked like smaller than Isla Pena and like narrower than Isla Pena too. And it's kind of a shame. I mean, I kind of like, when I saw pictures of that map, you know, you see the hill at the top where you have some like guest area and like buildings and stuff, and then down the bottom you have a natural lagoon, and then you got another hill on the other side. I thought that would be part of the map and look really cool, like these 2 elevated positions going down into this natural little cove type thing looked really nice. But apparently that's not really what's going on there, which is a bit of a shame. But you know, that's only one of the 3 maps, and you know, I still have high hopes. I'm curious to see if we can like build across maps in one sandbox, because they say in the campaign that you're working between islands, similar to how the campaign worked in the Jurassic World Evolution 1 game, where you could jump between islands and the things you would do on one island would carry over to the next as well. But this is a bit different, where you can actually ship dinosaurs between islands. I think that's really cool, and I'm curious if you're going to be able to do that in Sandbox 2. I doubt it, but you never know. I think that would be really nice, and they talked about having a ship and everything. I'm curious to see how the campaign's going to play out. Obviously, there's no chaos theory for this. We've already got the Dominion chaos theory in the last DLC. But yeah, no, this is really exciting. And now the animals. Probably one of the biggest things in this DLC is, of course, the animals. The missing Dominion animals, except for one, and I'll get to that in a sec. But first off, the Atrociraptors, the big kind of, the real antagonist dinosaurs of Dominion, I feel. The Giga was an antagonist, but that's just, it was just being an animal, you know. The Atrociraptors at least were meant to be killers. The Giga was just living its life, you know, and then because we're all meant to take the side of the T-Rex, we kind of just made the Giga a bit of an antagonist when it was just a wild animal, you know. Well, not really wild, but you know what I mean. But the Atrociraptors are kind of the villains of Dominion when it comes to dinosaurs anyway. And the models look really good. I don't mind the Atrociraptors. Obviously, I prefer the Velociraptor. But like I think the Atrociraptors look pretty good. Was a bit disappointed by the Frontier skins though, because they've done such a amazing job recently with their skins and their patternings and the colors. But when they showcased it, I was a little bit disappointed. But you know, we still have 3 other species where it could be great. The next species I'm really looking forward to is the Oviraptor. The model looks great. The feathers look absolutely amazing on it, and I'm interested to see how Frontier makes their skins for it. Yeah, I like all these animals, except for Atrociraptor, because we already have kind of seen the Frontier version. I'm really excited to see what Frontier does. Morris Intrepidus, probably my favorite. Actually, no, Lystrosaurus is probably going to be my favorite of the DLC, but Morris Intrepidus is my second favorite. That looks great. It's like a fluffy compy, pretty much, a bit bigger. They say it's a tiny carnivore, but when you see it in the movie, it's bigger than a compy, but like it's like about the size of a Homalocephale. So not too sure what's going on there, but it looks great. And you know, we've got the free update, which I'll talk about in a bit, which is changing tiny carnivore behaviors. Then I mentioned this before, we've got Lystrosaurus, adorable, can't wait to get my hands on that dinosaur. That's going to be well, not a dinosaur, is it? It's a prehistoric reptile. It just looks adorable. And again, the Frontier skins, I'm looking forward to see what they do there. It's going to be interesting. I'm guessing they'll probably like run stripes along the back or something, maybe do something with the crest. I'm honestly not too sure, but the model looks great so far. So now to address the elephant in the room, and that is the Microceratus, or yeah, it's Microceratus, isn't it? Not Protoceratops. Don't know where that is. Don't know why it's not coming. I know it only got like 5 seconds of screen time, but Oviraptor I was only seen in the prologue and some of the deleted scenes from the theatrical cut, and Morris Intrepidus doesn't get that much time on screen either. Out of all these animals, it's probably Atrociraptor and then Lystrosaurus that gets the most screen time. I don't know where Microceratus is. I don't know if they're gonna release it as you know, in another DLC, or if they're gonna release it as a free animal at some point. I'm not too sure, but I was looking forward to Microceratus. I really like the small herbivores. They do well as you know, in guest areas you can create these little enclosures for your small herbivores, so I was looking forward to Microceratus, but yeah, it was interesting. Maybe they didn't want to go too far because pretty much all the animals in this pack are quite small. Either that, or they wanted to do something similar to the Dominion Bison expansion where they only had 4 animals. But yeah, I don't know what's happening with Microceratus. Also want to talk about the variants. They all look great. The Carnotaurus I'm really looking forward to. That looks really good. I'm loving the Iguanodon skin. And it's going to be really cool to see the Allosaurus from Battle at Big Rock and Dominion. Honestly, something that should have been here from the first game when they gave us Nasutoceratops for Battle at Big Rock. But hey ho, I'm still probably going to use the Frontier model or the Fallen Kingdom model more, just because I prefer that over the Battle at Big Rock one. But that's just personal preference. I know a lot of people are really excited for the new Allosaurus, which is fair. It does look great. Now for the free update. Obviously, it's obviously a theme with this. When you get the bigger expansions, the free update isn't as grand, probably because they want people to go for the, you know, they want them to buy the DLC over just waiting for the free update, which is fair. There's a lot of content in the paid expansion, whereas with just the dinosaur packs or something, you are getting more content with those free updates. So, I mean, fair enough. Like I said before, we're getting new behaviors for the small carnivores, with being able to take down goats and humans as a pack. That's going to be really cool to see. And also them not colliding with the water is going to be really nice too. It's going to make it a bit more realistic. Another tick for them changing dinosaur behaviors, and hopefully maybe adding sauropods being able to fight and group hunting in larger carnivores. That would be really great, but I'm not really holding my breath of them. I think they'll maybe add sauropods fighting back in the future, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, that's not what I'm talking about here. The next thing in the free update is probably what I'm looking forward to the most, and that is the skins for the different variants. Now, this is one of my gripes though. I'm looking forward to it a lot, but is it really a free update when that skin bonus only comes for animals that you have to pay for? So the Kentrosaurus from Camp Cretaceous, you have to pay for that. The Dominion Giga, you have to pay for that. All these animals that are getting new skins are locked behind a paywall. So is it really a free update? All we're getting in the free update is these new little UI changes that it's just quality of life stuff pretty much. It's not amazing, but it's something. Like, you can't complain. And then the dinosaur behaviors, I feel like it's not enough, but then again, the last free update for the Dominion Bison expansion, I'm not talking about update 4. Update 3's free update wasn't that great either. I mean, the only good thing I remember from that is tours being able to, link up and be used as transport rather than linking up and you still needing to add a path to the main, the main path, I guess you can say, or a monorail or something. So that was good actually, and they did add the new Chaos Theory maps. Chaos Theory maps to challenge mode. Now we're getting the campaign maps to challenge mode too, which I forgot about. I'm actually looking forward to that. Those new challenge parameters seem really fun, and seem like they're going to be very unique and offer certainly a unique style of play. I said unique way too many times there. But that actually should be fun. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I don't know. It's the skin thing. I'm excited because I have all those variants, but for other people, I feel like it's not enough, for people that can't afford to buy the expansion, or just don't have that kind of money, because it is expensive. It's like what, $20 US? That's a significant portion of what the game already costs. So and I'm disappointed that it doesn't seem like we're getting any new paths, fences. I was really hoping for something in the next update to do with paths and fences, but I feel like they could add that in the future. So I'm not bringing it down for that, because that's something I'm sure we'll see later on. But the final thing I want to add is something they need to fix. I'm not affected by this personally, but I see a lot of people complaining about this in the subreddit, which is completely fair. It's a very valid complaint, and that is on Xbox. I'm pretty sure it's only on Xbox. The game runs like crap. You just can't play it. If you're on Xbox One or even the newer console, I'm pretty sure the game just crashes a lot, which is not ideal. What's the point in paying $60 US for a game, or like 100 Australian if you bought the deluxe edition? What's the point of having that when you can't play it? When you boot up an island and it just crashes. That's something they need to address. That's one big problem with Frontier, with Jurassic World Evolution 2. I don't know about their other games, but with Jurassic World Evolution 2, it is a massive problem that they leave updates till the expansions. Like, they'll do a bug fix only during the expansions, and they'll do a minor one afterwards, after the, sorry for the voice crack there, after the DLC has been released, because you know, something may be bugged in the DLC and they've got to fix that. They'll do that. But I know this Xbox One problem, or this just Xbox problem in general, has been going on for a while. So yeah, something that really needs to be fixed, and I hope they do for the sake of all our Xbox friends out there. But yeah, that's gonna do it from here. Do it for me. Talking about the new DLC. We're coming to the end of this video. Just gonna show you a few cinematic shots of what we've done. Sorry. And yeah, I'll sign out here. So thank you all so much for watching. I do really hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!